What does this bucket that is holding approximately 5 gallons of water signify for today? And why is it close to Frankie? Well, today is the day that we are going to de-winterize Frankie. Yay! First thing we're going to do in de-winterizing is I'm going to remove the cushions from the side seat here and the plank, and we have a hose here that we are going to use and insert it in that bucket right there. This is the same hose used to winterize the coach, but we're going to use the same hose to pull clean water through the lines that have been winterized. That's the first step. I took the cap off the end of the hose and I stuck on the hose that I made for an extension to that hose, and this extension will go into that bucket. With the hose in the bucket, I'll turn on the pump and start flushing this clean water through the system. With the pump on, we'll now turn on the sink until it flows clear water. Okay, then we turn on the other side of the faucet till it runs clear water. Then we go into the bathroom. Run the toilet. Okay. And then we run the sink here. That's clear. So we got clear water coming through there now. The other area you want to clean out is this until it flows and it's flowing clean. On my coach, I have the AccuView water filter system, and I'm going to have to just pump water through this white hose here before I hook up the filter, just to get any residue out of there. So I'll do that next. This process was done. It didn't take long, so I didn't get much of the video. I'll now be able to hook up the filter to this unit. So here is the new AccuView filter, and it shows on the side of the filter which is the inlet and the outlet. And we know that the inlet is on this side, so we'll install this filter. As you can see, the filter is in place, the two lines are connected, and now we will go ahead and purge water through the filter, through the sink, to get some of that black charcoal out of there, and we can start using our system. I also plugged it in to the back wall, so we'll have that blue light around the faucet when I turn it on. Here's the faucet, and now we'll turn it on to purge. To recap, what we just did is we just took a 5-gallon bucket of water and we used the same hose that we used to winterize the unit to de-winterize it. So the 5 gallons of water went through the sink, through the AccuView, the the bathroom sink, and the toilet. We also went outside and we flushed the hose out there. So everything is flushed inside the unit, and the bypass on the Truma was still bypassed, so there's no water in the Truma unit. And we'll go ahead and move those valves so that they are ready to take on water to make hot water. The other thing before I do that, I'm going to sanitize the water tank, and I'll show you how I do that next. The next thing that we do, since we're complete with this bypass hose, is we'll take this hose off that I created and put that cap back on this system. And then what we'll do is there's a valve right here that we're going to open to the tank. So this way, when we fill the water tank up, it'll pull water from there. Okay, that's it. One of the items that we're going to do is use this Spring Fresh Camco liquid and dilute it with water and put it in our fresh water tank, and then let it run through the system just to deodorize and clean the fresh water system and the lines. I also have a bucket that I used previously that I'll be putting that liquid in. And then I have a pump transfer system that will pump this water into the fresh water tank, and then we'll pump that out, and then we should be good to go. So doing the math, I need to put 4 ounces of this liquid into a 5-gallon bucket. I made up a hand pump transfer system into the water connection. So this hose will go in here, and then we just pump the pump to transfer the water. As you can see, I've got about 25% in my fresh water tank just by pumping in that liquid. So now I'll just run it through my faucets again and get this just through the unit to cleanse. You can see that the soap suds going through the system or the cleaning solution. Once it's emptied, I'm going to fill the tank with clear fresh water and then run the system again until there is no more foam. I know you're asking, why am I desanitizing the toilet? I don't know. Thought I would try it. Okay, I just filled the fresh water tank to about 5 gallons from the house, and we're going to run that through the system. And we'll do that both for the cold and hot side. Then when this is all done, I'll then turn the valves on at the Truma so that water can go into the Truma heater, but I'm not putting any water in the Truma heater till we do our first camping trip. I just don't want water sitting in there. So this basically is how we do the de-winterizing. Again, I'll show you where the valves are that I'm going to turn so that the Truma is no longer bypassed and the water can go through the Truma. One of the things that I do is once these tanks have some fluid in it, I fill up buckets, take it in the house, and flush it down the toilet. I don't have a dump station here in my yard, other than my yard, but that's how I dump the stuff. One of the things that I want to mention after de-winterizing is I don't have any leaks. So the winterizing that I did worked. That's good news. In dewinterizing the coach, I have to go to the back of my coach, take this panel off to get to my Truma fittings. And you'll see that this Truma is the bypass right here. And what I have to do is turn on these valves right here, which will allow the Truma to get water. So by flicking this valve down, this valve over, and then closing this valve up here, I now no longer bypassing the Truma. I'm actually going to be bringing fluid in and out of the Truma. But I'm not doing that until I'm my first RV on the campsite. I'm not carrying extra water in Truma just to sit there. Well, this concludes our dewinterizing video. Thank you for watching.